Hi everyone, thank you for watching this video tutorial. Today I'm going to go over some common difficulties that may be encountered when attempting to read Plasmodium fish smears. I will also give several examples of the difference between artifacts and true signals. If you have not watched our other tutorials on how to scan and grade Plasmodium smears, you may want to do so before watching this video. Here is a list of possible difficulties that one may encounter. The reader may see a lot of artifacts when screening the slide. There may be autofluorescence on the slide, which looks like a blue-green film on top of the blood smears. Additionally, the smear may look as if it had lifted or folded in places. There is the possibility that if an immersion oil is used with the wrong refractive index, that the color of the image may look off, for example, either too gray or too bright. With our equipment, we use Cargyle type HF oil, which has a refractive index of 1.515. Finally, if the slide is too old, the rRNA in the parasite may have degraded. We recommend no older than 2 years. Here is an example of a slide with a lot of artifacts. As you can see, the artifacts appear in both green and orange. It is very important to be able to recognize artifacts because they should not be counted as true parasites. If they are, this could lead to a false positive result. When in doubt, a good practice is to switch filters and look to see if the signal in question appears under both filters. If it does appear in both green and orange, you know for sure it is not a true signal. Another good thing to keep in mind when trying to distinguish artifacts from true signals is the morphology. For example, if you see a PV parasite, there will most likely be one large trophozoite per RBC. If there are multiple rings, then they are most likely falciparum parasites. I want to give some examples of more difficult artifacts versus true signals. I will denote the true signals with green circles and the artifacts or anything else indistinguishable in red. For example, in this field, there are 5 true parasites and 1 signal that we will not count because we cannot see it fully. As we move down, we can see more. Even though this is a PF control slide, here are examples of slightly trickier artifacts. Remember, morphology is important. And again, we have 5 true PF parasites here. Here is an example of what a smear looks like with autofluorescence. The cause of this blue-green tint is most likely due to the smear not drying properly before methanol fixation. If this is encountered, it is best to move to a new area of the smear and begin a recount. In this sample, you can see what a blood smear looks like when it lifts or folds. This, like autofluorescence, can occur if a slide is not properly dried before fixation or if it is too old. Again, if possible, move to a new area of the slide that has a readable column and begin a recount. Here is an example of a sample that is being read with the wrong immersion oil. It may be hard to tell in this video, but the resolution has significantly diminished and the black parts are not as black. It is best to allocate only one type of immersion oil to each microscope because a mixture of oils can be equally as problematic. Another small problem that might arise is if you find that your field of view looks like this, with half of the field dark and half bright. The simple fix is to fully click the filter into the correct position. Whenever changing filters and before beginning, make sure the filter is in the correct position to avoid confusion. Well, that is it for this tutorial. If this video did not address the problems that you may be experiencing, please do not hesitate to call or email us with any questions and we will do our best to help you troubleshoot, and if necessary, set up a training. If you happen to have time, there is also a brief 10-question customer feedback survey on our webpage that we would so appreciate if you completed. The feedback helps us very much in figuring out how to serve your needs better. Thank you for watching!